handwritten notes and your magic formula sheet, i.e., you can not use the handout boxes on it.
Oh, yeah, no, go ahead and skip that. Go ahead and start down here, the problem. That's fine. For the specific year.
For a specific year, the average score on the SAT math test was 515. The superintendent wishes to see if her students scored significantly below the national average on the test. She randomly selected 12 student scores as shown. At alpha 0.01, is there enough evidence to support the claim?
Perfect. So again, this is, we're looking at her claim. So she wants to see, that's her claim, if her students scored significantly below the national average. So she wants to know if her students are below the average. So she wants to know if the mean of her students is less than the average. What's the average? Average score in the Math ACT test was 515. So she wants to know if her students are less than 515. That's your claim. H naught is always, always, always equals. So H naught is going to be that mu is equal to 15. Since that's not my claim is less than. Remember, the number stays the same always. It's what changes is the symbol, less than. So that means that H1 has to be my claim, less than. So I have to make H1 into my claim. Mu is less than 515. So that's my claim. And because H1 is my claim, I'm going to use the word support later on. So put the word support in parentheses here. If you didn't do it, do it now. Then I find the critical value. Let's see. My alpha was 0.01. This is left-tailed, so I'm going to draw a little picture. Less than is left-tailed. Right, so I'm going to shade on the left, and I'm going to look it up in my table. It is 12 students. Actually, I can just do it down here. So 12 students, and it's 12. Degrees of freedom would be n minus 1, so that'd be 11. So alpha is 0.01, one-tailed test. Degrees of freedom 11, that's 2.718. But it's left-tailed, so it needs to be negative, because remember, left-tailed, anything on the left side is going to have a negative z-score. Stuff on the right side will have a positive z-score. So negative 2.718, that is my critical value. All right, then I'm going to find my test stat. So you put this stuff into here. Do you guys want me to go through it on the calculator? I guess I should do that. I'll do that. So move my calculator over. And we're going to pop these numbers in. So to get to this, you did stat, edit, that gave you this list, and you're going to transfer your numbers in there. 496, 506, 507, 505, do the rest of them. And then you're going to do stat, calc, one bar stats of list 1, so second L1 right here, enter, and it's going to give you your X bar. Yours is different because I didn't put the whole list in. I just put a few of them in. So X bar, and it's going to give you S. Remember, this is a sample. You don't want sigma because it's not the whole population. The calculator doesn't know what's the whole population or not. You know. You know it's a sample, so you're going to use S here. So X bar and S, you get those there. So you guys got X bar of 523.1 and S of 78.57. I just did 4 sig figs because I just felt like it. If you rounded to 1 decimal place, it's probably okay. Also, kind of depends. I have to have at least 3 sig figs, at least. 4 is probably good, along the way, but at least 3. All right, so then I'm going to do my test stat. My X bar minus my mu. So from my sample, this part, and then from the claim, 515, that goes there. Sample, what I got from the sample, minus what I had in the claim, divided by S over square root of n. Here's my S, my n was 12. And you got 0.36. So 0.36, someone pointed out last class, it really should have been closer to the center. Yeah, it just has to be somewhere on the right side, I don't care. Technically it should have been closer to the center, I just kind of put it in there. So this is clearly in the do not reject range. This is in the the not guilty range, right? So it's close enough to H naught. Here's H naught. It's somewhere in this range, so it seems fine. So we are not going to reject H naught. Do not reject H naught because it's in the not guilty area. We did not have enough evidence. All right, so because we did not reject H naught, then we're going to use the word not enough evidence. See, when step 4, you guys take a look. When step 4 says not, do not reject H naught, step 5 says not also. Those go together. If step 4 said do reject H naught, then step 5 would say enough evidence. Then either the knots are both there or the knots are both gone. So here, do not reject H naught. We did not have enough evidence, right? Well, in this range here, no evidence, not enough evidence. To support the claim, support comes from, again, H1 is my claim, so I'm going to use the word support there, that students test lower than the national average. So that her students test lower than the national average. So those are the basics. All right, any questions? Are you guys good? Okay.
Yeah, I have a question.
Yes.
Sorry, question.
Please.
So you said if we can't do this with the half sheet, then what information is supposed to be on the half sheet for the test? Like steps, like we write out steps.
Yeah.
So
You cannot use this sheet. You're not allowed to use this sheet. But you can use the magic formula sheet, which I guess I didn't go over that with you, did I? I'm going to go over that with you next. So you can't use that one, but you can use your half sheet of notes. So that information would be, whatever you need from here, would be great information to put on your half sheet of notes. You're not going to use the formulas, though, because the formulas are going to be on your magic formula sheet, and I am going to allow you to use that. So we'll take a look at the magic formula sheet.
We need to have that, and we need to have that printed, right? We can't have that online.
Right, you cannot have that. I need that printed. Yeah, absolutely. Sorry about that.
With the package you have that you need on your doorstep, will there be a magic formula sheet, or do we need to print one ourselves?
Yes, no, there is a magic formula sheet, and in fact, it's really great. Here, I'll show you guys. Wrong one. All right, so this is the magic formula sheet. It's cool. It's hard, thick yellow paper. It's good. So I had them print this up for me before before they kicked us all off the campus. Actually, it might have been after they kicked us off campus. I don't know, but yeah, that's the bottom page that is in the packets, I think, or it's in there. It's really obvious. So definitely pick that up. And again, my address is if you go to I don't have something. If you go to announcements, the very bottom announcement, at the bottom of the bottom announcement will be my address and how to get there. So magic form. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, so the sheet that you showed us, we can use on the exam, or we can't?
Yes, that yellow sheet, you absolutely can use that. You can and should use that on the exam. All right, so we're going to go over that. Yeah. So everybody loves that sheet because you can use it. Yes.
So can we collect that yellow sheet from you, from
Yes.
your house?
Yeah. So if you come to my house, even if you have most of the other handouts, just take a whole packet because I have 100 of these. I have plenty. So just grab a whole new packet, a whole full packet. Even if you already have the notes and you already have the quizzes, just grab a whole packet because I have, like I said, I have lots and lots of them. So it's fine. I have more than I'm going to need. Sure. Just drop by my house. My address, like I said, is in the announcements. If you are homebound, like you don't have transportation, just email me and I'm happy to drop them off if you're anywhere in a 20-mile radius. And outside of that, I can always mail them to you. If you are in Tracy, then you can get them from, if you're nearer to Tracy, then email me and I can hook you up with Rhea. And she's out there. She has, I think she has 4 or 5 of them extra that I gave her in case people needed them. So she has some to distribute as well. All right, so magic formula sheet, we're going to talk about that. We're going to use degrees of freedom. Well, we'll talk about that in a minute. I'll just go through the whole thing. So here it is. You can use this on the exams, so that's the beauty of it. People like it. You can use it on the exams. So pull it out. We're going to draw a line straight down here and a line across the middle. So we're going to kind of just draw this little kind of cross through it, through the middle here and through the middle there. And what's the difference between the left side and the right side? What's up the left side and the right side? What are the two different sides? One is confidence intervals or estimates, right? So all the formulas you need for confidence intervals are here on the left side. Your critical value, how to find that, and how to find your other stuff. What a confidence interval is, what your error is, right? Confidence interval is x bar plus or minus e, where your error is your, oh, you might want to change this to critical value. I should change that to critical value. What does yours say? Yeah, it says, okay, so here it says T alpha over 2. You can just write in CV there if you want. That might be a good idea. Change that to critical value. Just might make life easier. It's up to you. It's my friend did this for me, and I couldn't get him to do that because he just I couldn't get him to buy into that idea. Anyway, and yeah, so that's there. And then for hypothesis tests, these are the stuff you need for hypothesis tests. What your H-naught is, what your test stat is, how to find your p-value, and then also the critical value. The critical value goes for both of them. So the critical value column, this is for both your confidence interval and for your hypothesis test, either one. Right? So this goes for both, but this part here is only for estimates and confidence intervals, and this part over here is only for hypothesis tests. And then the top and the bottom, what's different about the top and the bottom? The top are means. So it says mean here and mean there, and the bottom is proportions. Right, these are proportions here and here. You can see them. So the first row, the top row, do you guys see this one right here, this top row? That's for one sample. This is what we've been doing in Chapter 8, one sample mean. The bottom one is for two sample means, which we're going to be doing next. We'll start that in about 10 minutes after the break. Same thing with the bottom here. This bottom row, the bottom of the top row is one proportion. The second row, the bottom row, is two proportions. Two samples. So we're taking two samples, and these are the formulas for that. The other thing I want you to do is, do you guys see right here where I have degrees of freedom X'd out right here? Do you guys see that? Degrees of freedom, so cross that out, and instead put in, instead of this big complicated formula, we're just going to use, your book uses just degrees of freedom is equal to the smaller n. You have two n's, right? You have two samples, you have two sample sizes, two n's. The smaller one minus 1. So whichever n is smaller, you have two n's, whichever one's smaller, you're going to take that, you're going to use that and subtract 1 from it. That's going to be your degrees of freedom. And that's close enough, that's what your book uses. All right, so it looks like we have all of that. And then this is kind of just a review from last class, using the TI 8384 to do stuff. If it's an interval, then we're going to use, if it's for a mean, you'll use T interval for a confidence interval. And then if it's an interval for a proportion, you're going to use one proportion, one prop Z interval. And then for the, so I got to be honest with you, these are not going to be super helpful for you because I'm going to make you find the error and give me the calculations anyways. This is just if you want to double check. And same thing here, this is just if you want to double check because I'm going to make you do the formulas anyways. But this, for a t-test, if it's a mean, then mean Mr. T, you're going to use a t-test because t's go with mean. So if it's a mean, you're going to use a t-test. If it's a proportion, easy peasy. Proportions use a z-table, so one proportion z-test. All right, so let's go ahead and take a break now. We'll come back at 8:41, so we'll take a quick break.